1 whole number 7 over 8. When P is equals to 7 whole number 1 over 2, 7 whole number 1 over 2 will now be equals to 5 over 2 square root of Q. 15 over 2 is equals to 5 over 2 square root of Q. If you cross multiply, we now have our 3 equals to square root of Q. Therefore, 9, when square root crosses the equal sign, it becomes square of 3, which is 9, is equals to Q. Question 5. A. If 15x squared plus 2xy minus xy squared is equals to 0, find the value of ratio x over y. B. X, y, and z are related quantity, so that x varies directly as y and inversely as the square root of z. When s is equals to 300 and y equals to 65, z equals to 25, calculate the value of x when y is equals to 468 and s equals to 144. Answer A. 15x squared plus 2xy minus 8y squared is equals to 0. 15x squared plus 12xy minus 10xy will still give us 2y minus 8y squared is equals to 0. Splitting the middle, this means splitting the middle term. Then, collecting the common factors outside the bracket, we now have 3s in bracket 5x plus 4y close bracket minus 2y is the common factor of 10xy and 8y. Then we now have minus 2y bracket 5s plus 4y equals to 0. Then if we bring the factors that are outside the bracket and the one that is inside the bracket, since they are similar, we now have in bracket 3s minus 2y times in bracket 5x plus 4y, which is equals to 0. When 3s minus 2y is equals to 0, 3s is equals to 2y. Therefore, s over y is equals to 2 over 3. When 5s plus 4y is equals to 0, 5s is equals to minus 4y. S over y is equals to minus 4 over s. The ratio is 5s over y is equals to 2 over 3 or minus 4 over 5. Answer B. We are told that x, y, and z are related quantity, which that s varies directly as y and inversely the square root of z. So mathematically it can be represented as s is equals to k directly with y, ky over indirectly with x, which is z, where k is a constant. If we are given that our s is 300, y is 65, z is 25, then we now have to find our constant k. Then we now substitute the value. 300 is equals to k times 65 all over square root of 25. Therefore, which we now have k equals to 65 over 5. 65k, if you cross multiply, we now have 65k is equals to 1500. Therefore, k, making k the subject of the formula, we now have 1500 over 65, which is equals to 300 over 13. Then y, we are given that y is equals to 468 and Z is equals to 144. S is equals to ky over square root of Z. And S, now if you substitute the value, since we have gotten our k to be 300 over 13, you substitute it and times it by the square root of this, times it by our y, which is 468 over the square root of Z, which is 144. Which you now have, if you do our multiplication, we have 300 times 468 all over 13 times 12, which we now, if we do our multiplication and mathematics very well, we get 900. Question 6. The resistance R to the motion of a car is partly constant and partly proportional to square root of the speed v. When the speed is 30 km per hour, the resistance is 190 Newton. And when the speed is 50 km per hour, the resistance is 350 Newtons. Find for what speed the resistance is 302.5 Newtons. Answer. From the question, we are told that the resistance R to the motion of a car is partly constant and partly proportional to the square of the speed v. So mathematically we can represent the partly constant and the partly proportional constant with a k and a. So if you remove equal to, the resistance will now be equals to a plus k v squared. This is the mathematical representation of the question, where a and k are constant. Then if we substitute the values we are given so that we get the constant, we are given that the speed of the car is 30 km and the resistance is 190. And when the speed is 50 km per hour, the resistance is 350 km. We have to find the speed when the resistance is 302.5. Then you start substituting the values. First of all, when the speed is 30 kilometers, when the speed is 30 kilometers per hour, the resistance is 190. Therefore, R represents the resistance, V represents the speed. Therefore, we now have 190 is equals to A plus K in bracket 30 squared. Then if you solve mathematics, 190 is now equals to A plus K times 900. This will be our equation 1. Then it now say again that when the speed is 50 kg, the resistance is 350. Then you substitute 350, which is the resistance, is equals to A, the constant, partly constant, and partly constant again, K is equals to, since the 50 is the velocity, when the resistance is 350, now have 50 squared. Then if you do our mathematics, we now have 350 is equals to A plus K in bracket 2